On this episode, I'm still recovering from a camping. Oh no. Nike's using technology to make sure you don't go in their stores anymore. We're getting boozy with some augmented reality. And finally, we have no idea what we're doing. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Actual VR Show, the show where you come, we talk, and we share a little bit about what's going on in the VR world and make sure it's packaged real nice for your busy day. This one's hopefully gonna be a little bit shorter. We're on a shorter timeline. Listen, I was out camping. I know, Kyle, you're outside all the time. You're outside. Get outside more. I was out in the middle of the wilderness without cell reception and with just a real big appreciation for what it's like to unplug from everything. That was really nice. It was really one of those moments, and it helped me feel more grounded moving forward with work. I truly believe that we need to have, as people, we need to have this balance with nature in the day-to-day of our lives. We get so caught up in being inside cars, being inside buildings, and being inside of our homes. But enough of that hoo-ha hippie stuff. We're moving on to the first story of the day. And today, we're talking about Nike and their augmented reality application for their shoes. You're like, Kyle, you talked about that last week with Google introducing 3D models into their search results that could then be projected using AR. It's tied to that because what I think Nike is doing is they're preparing for a virtual wardrobe. So with this new app, what you can do is you can look at your New Balance shoes and it'll measure your foot down to the nearest 2 millimeters. And this kind of goes along with this macro idea that the amount of time that we spend actually going out to a store and shopping for clothes is gonna be drastically reduced through the integration of technologies like augmented reality, mixed reality, virtual reality. Because why go to the store when you can put on a headset, you can put on glasses, you can do your phone and still see exactly how that's gonna fit you? Can you imagine putting on a headset and looking in the mirror and able to cycle through an entire wardrobe from a clothing store and have it fit directly on you? And it looks so realistic that you can't tell the difference. It looks like you're wearing it, a virtual wardrobe. Wouldn't that be cool? Moving on to the second story of the day, and we're gonna be talking, we're gonna stay on the augmented reality train. You're gonna be like, Kyle, why are you talking so much about augmented reality? It was a slow news week, okay? A couple months ago, Angry Orchard released their AR label app. Now, we've mentioned AR labels before. This is no foreign concept, but what they did is when you scan a bottle, a specific type of bottle of Angry Orchard, a specific flavor, what'll happen is you download their app and it will start this experience, but it'll start to share with you the best food pairings with that cider. But what I think is the coolest part of this app, the absolute coolest, no bias whatsoever, is that when you pull the camera out a little bit, you push a little bit in, you enter this 360 video experience where you're inside of the orchard. You're inside of their treehouse. Now, as you may know, I worked with 5 Stone here in Nashville to be able to capture that 360 footage to integrate into their app. We used the Bonsai Excalibur rig. It was 4 Sony a7 Mark IIs with 8mm Rokinon lenses. And these were all positioned in an array, but you can check out more about them on their website. And finally, the third story of the day is less of a story and more of a highlight, a company profile. I had an opportunity, and I've seen this video before, and if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you go check it out. But Tengo Interactive provide a plethora of VR experiences, but specifically I was really impressed with their airline training experience. And as you start to go through, I was scrolling through their Facebook page, and some of the videos that they have posted, if nothing else, just for the laugh you get of the videos, it's a great example of how you can make content for your business and you don't have to be this rigid, provide quality products, quality services, and still have a personality.
You're doing very well.
And also too, just look at the promise of virtual reality training. I mean, we've talked about that before. I'm gonna continue to talk about it. The best way to learn something is to do it. When you can't afford to, or you can't physically get somebody to do it, VR is the next best thing. The VR training is the gap between actually doing it and watching videos of doing it. That's the equation. And for our 360 video of the day, we're gonna talk Jacob Collier's 360 music video, Make Me Cry. The guys over at Lightsail VR, Matt Cilia and Robert Watts, they were the masterminds behind this, including Jacob himself. If you watch any of Jacob's other music videos, you'll see that he's a very creative individual and he really challenges what a traditional video should look like. But when you have a creative and an artist like Jacob matched with the guys from Lightsail VR to produce this well-timed, highly technical, and great-looking 360 video experience, you get a truly viral hit, and that's what it became after it was released. What is a simple-looking music video? And I say simple in the sense of there's not a whole lot going on. It's not like they're using a ton of CGI. It's just a traditional set. Moving sets and some clever masking and some clever cloning. And I really want to take some time to be able to point out the fact that this took a lot of pre-production, and that's something we talk a lot about in 360 video, is that the amount of pre-production that's required before a shoot is proportionally a lot greater than that of a regular video, because you do have to think about things like if you were lighting the set, how are you going to hide those lights? Is it more cost effective to hide them, or is it more cost effective to shoot a clean plate where you remove them in post and you composition these two shots together? And a lot of that is just because you're filming in 360, you see everything. With a traditional shoot, you're worried about what's here, not what's everywhere. If you guys only knew what was behind you right now, you have no idea. You have no idea what's behind you. But you see, I can't get away with that in 360 video. You would see all of this. That's why it's not shot in 360 video. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I know you have a million other things that are demanding your time. You know what? If you've watched me and you could have been outside, what are you doing? Go outside. And as always, if you want me to talk about a specific topic, leave it down in the comments below for a chance to have it featured in this episode. And also too, if you're on YouTube, you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, because it's under one of these fingers. If you're on Facebook, hit like on my page. Actuality VR, hit like on the page. That'd be cool. I'm alone in this episode. Nobody here. Just talking to myself in a room. If you're still watching, comment down below, actually watching. Just comment, nothing else, actually watching. See you guys next week.